Hey everybody, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Lisa if you are new here, and if you're not, I welcome you back. Today, I'm gonna do another healthy recipe for you. I am going to show you how to make one of my favorite easy pantry meals, salmon cakes or salmon patties, whatever you wanna call them. Anyway, they're just a super easy, nutritious meal to throw together on the weekdays. I really love to meal prep, but when I haven't prepped anything and I still want to get a really quick meal on the table that is gonna be healthy and nutritious for my family, I go to these salmon cakes. One of my kids doesn't like salmon, but he loves these salmon cakes. This is an easy and delicious meal that takes just minutes to throw together, and you probably have everything you need in your pantry. Let's get into it. So to get started, I'm just gonna open up my cans of salmon. I like getting the Costco pink salmon, the Kirkland brand. If you've seen my healthy Costco shopping videos, you know that I love a great deal, and this canned salmon is definitely a great deal at Costco, especially when it's on sale. And then I'm just gonna add those cans of salmon to a bowl. And then I just take a fork to flake this salmon. It's really easy to do, but I want to get this all flaked apart before I add my other ingredients. And you can get salmon that's got bones in it, and the salmon bones are actually edible. I do not like them though, so I always get the boneless salmon. But you can do whatever you prefer, whatever your family likes. The next ingredient I'm gonna add to the salmon cakes are 3 farm fresh eggs. Now, these eggs I have cleaned and washed. Since I'm using 3 cans of salmon, I'm gonna use 1 egg per can of salmon. Next, I'm gonna add in 3 tablespoons of mayo. You can definitely use homemade mayonnaise, and that would be wonderful. I am using chosen mayo today. This is avocado mayo. Use whatever mayo you like. Next ingredient I am using is Dijon mustard. This happens to be whole seed Dijon mustard. You can use whatever you like again, but definitely add some mustard. So I'm doing 1.5 tablespoons of mustard. Okay, so next we're gonna go outside and we are going to grab some fresh herbs from my herb garden to season these. All right, so we've conveniently got all of our herbs that I'm going to use for these salmon cakes growing right here. I've got my Italian parsley, I've got my dill, and I've got some chives. Oh, these smell so good as I'm cutting them. More dill. These smell so good and vibrant. And you can play with whatever kind of herbs you want to put in there. And you can use dried herbs too. I just happen to have these beautiful fresh herbs. So that is what I am going to use. Oh my gosh, this dill smells fantastic. I also sometimes like to make kind of like an Old Bay or a Cajun type of salmon cake. So it's just whatever you like, whatever you feel like, whatever your family likes. If you want it to be spicy, add some spice in there. Got those all chopped up, so into my mixture they go. Look how pretty that is. I completely geek out over how beautiful ingredients look all together. Am I the only one who does that? Gonna add some dried spices. Gonna add 1.5 teaspoons of salt, a few good shakes of black pepper, garlic. All right, and now I'm gonna mix all of this together. Next thing I am doing is getting my cast iron pan really, really hot before I add some olive oil. And while my pan is heating, I've got all of this mixed in really well. Now I'm gonna add in some almond flour. So you can add whatever you want to these. You can add breadcrumbs, you can add crackers. This is very, very versatile. You can do whatever you want. I am adding almond flour because this is going to keep it both gluten and grain free. So I added in 1.5 cups of almond flour. This is the consistency you're going for, so this is perfect. This should be binding enough so that they don't fall apart, but still make some really nice golden brown salmon cakes. These are gonna be delicious. Now I've got my pan nice and hot. I am adding some olive oil. I am going to lightly pan fry these. I don't want my oil to get too hot because it is olive oil, so I'm keeping it at a little bit lower than a medium-high heat. And then some people form these into patties with their hands. I just take a big spoon and just bring them over and drop them right down and just kind of form them with my spoon. And it works okay for us. I mean, they're very rustic, but that's okay. I like to pan fry them for about 5 to 6 minutes and then take a spatula and flip them over. Look at how beautifully golden brown that is. These are so good and so easy. Yep, that one broke. That's okay though. Still gonna be delicious. We'll see if I can get it to kind of come back together. If not, it'll just be 2 pieces. But hey, out of 4 that I flipped, only 1 of them messed up. So I'll call that success. They still all look beautiful. So we'll take off our little mistake first. Can I say happy little mistake? And we'll put him right there. Like I said, still delicious. This one stayed intact. This one looks great. And these little cute little crunchies, I love eating these because they're not quite big enough to be on someone's plate. So these usually just fall into my mouth. Okay, I'm gonna break open one of our finished cakes for you so you can see what the inside looks like, nice and cooked, and I'm gonna take a bite because we gotta do the taste test. These are so good and so easy, you have got to give them a try. To plate these up, I just put them over a bed of arugula, served them with some tri-colored quinoa, and drizzled some tahini on top. Absolutely delicious.